How do you get the second page of users onto the website without writing in HTML? Look at last week's video. I actually show you how to do this. But what does the JavaScript look like? Let's have a look. Very brief look. So this is what I had last week. Is this render function. So after you made the request to the users, you need to then render it or display it. So what happens here is we get the table. How do we get this table ID? We look at our page and we look at what IDs we have. In this case, we can look at it here. We could also look at it in the UI. So in this case, we have a table. It has the ID table users. Okay, which one do I need? I need that table users. And then I delete all the data in that table first. I kept this bit from what Tim provided. And then we're looking at all the users in the data subfield of the users structure. So the user structure has some metadata, and then it has the data field that contains the actual data for the rows. And then we add a row. We set the class name of the row to something. This is using the W3 style with the awful blue. You may want to have a look at what is there or do your own styling, etc. There's plenty of them around. You don't need to use these styles. So W3 provides some standard classes and stuff like that already for you. And then you can set these variables. So we have a cell. We create a cell in that row. We give it a name. So class name. We create all the cells, and then so every HTML element has this property called inner HTML, where you can just put text that represents HTML. So what is the HTML inside this tag? It happens to be image src plus whatever is the location of the avatar plus that, etc. And you can use in JavaScript, you can use single or double quotes interchangeably, sort of. You have to match them, but the idea is that if you it's allowed interchangeably, so that other language can use the other quotes, so to speak, without having to do escaping. So this is how you set the inner HTML for that thing, and this is how you update that. And this is much more extensively discussed in last week's lecture, so I'd say watch that.